Hi, welcome to Brianna Entrepreneur. I'm Brianna and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a mom. So we're talking about being an ambitious mom. In this video, I'm going to talk about time because that's the main barrier to realizing our ambitions in my experience. I've been on this entrepreneurship journey for 3 years and I have had so much difficulty finding the time to do stuff or like maintaining focus. So I have some ideas and some concepts that I want to discuss to help you find time in your life to pursue your ambitions. So, first of all, if you have young children and you are stay at home, so they're at home with you, you should look for a Mother's Day out or a Parents' Day out. This is usually at a church. It's usually like 3 or 2 days a week. And it's like 9, it could be 9 to noonish or like 9 to 2 or 9 to 3. Not quite a full day like if they went to daycare, but something that you can do that's not as costly, but still gives you some time and you can still like spend most of the day with your child. So we have been to 2 different Parents' Day outs, and the first one was $31 a day from 9 to 2. The second one was $21 a day from 9 to 3. So obviously I like that one, but they stopped running their program, so we're not in one right now, but it's a great way to get the kids out of the house consistently for some time so you can get stuff done. And I used to use that time. You don't want to use it for stuff that you can do with the kids there. So at the time I had a podcast when I first started, so I would do the podcast or I would make videos or edit or, whatever I needed focus for that I didn't want to have to take the kids to. And you can go to the doctor's appointments and stuff like that without kids. So Parents' Day Out is my first suggestion. Also need to be a little bit easier on yourself for wasting time. So I think I'm sure we all waste time on social media and stuff, but one thing I've noticed is that because of my child's tendency to interrupt me, I think I tend to just not try to get into things sometimes. And also, when I am focusing, seems to be the time he wants to interrupt me the most. So I have to be easy on myself when it feels like I'm wasting time, because the nature of being a parent is kind of like being on alert all the time. So sometimes it can be hard to focus, and that's just part of it. What I'm working on right now is getting my child to be self-reliant. My son is 3.5, and he's an only child. So for the most part, I have felt obligated, like it was on me to keep him entertained. But somehow, I don't know what happened, but something clicked and I realized he doesn't have the skills he needs to have to be entertained. I shouldn't have to be entertaining him all the time. And it's not going to change unless I kind of like break this attachment and dependency. So that's what I've been doing. And it's not going very well right now, but ideally, if I empower my children to be self-reliant, my child to be self-reliant, then I will be able to do more for myself, as opposed to right now when it feels like I can't do the things that I need to do because I am responsible for every moment of my child's day. And that's not true. So if you're the type of person that feels like you don't have time to pursue something because you have to be constantly playing with your child and making sure that they have this and that, then you probably could use some empowering your child to take care of their own entertainment needs. You could probably use being intentional about that. We also need to empower our husbands to do equal work. So a lot of ambitious moms that I know, the ones I have talked to, it's like the exact same phenomenon. It's a phenomenon where because we are ambitious and highly effective, we tend to do so much, and our husbands just do like a limited amount of the work, when they are capable of doing more of the work, but we do it all, so they just don't ever really like take more of it on. I'm sure there's somebody out there whose husband is like, you're doing too much, I'm gonna do this, and they step in. But the handful of women like me that I have talked to lately are doing more because they can do more, but they really like they have the ability to, but they don't necessarily have the capacity to. So you need to figure out where you are doing things that other people can be doing. Right now, I'm trying to get my husband to get up earlier. Yeah, I can be up with my child morning to night. Especially, this also always, for me, it's a hard conversation given that my husband goes to work, but my husband can also get up. So we're working on that. And I do have a day off, a morning where I get to sleep in just during the 5 work days. There's one morning that I definitely get to sleep in that I wasn't even asking for, because I can make it without having any time to myself ever, but I don't have to when I have a whole spouse who can do more. It's just that I haven't been really asking for it to be more. So both of these, your kids and your spouse, culminates in this theme that we need to know with them and everyone else, which is boundaries. If we enforce our boundaries, we enable other people to grow so that they adapt to them having to adapt to your boundaries facilitates growth. Because as it is, we're not causing people to grow. We're not requiring our families to grow when we continually fill in the spaces that their lack of growth leaves. So if we have boundaries and we hold them firm and allow other people to grow, to fill the space between what they wanted and what you're willing to give, it's a win-win for everybody. One thing I've recognized about boundaries, like within the last day, is that a boundary, you feel it, right? I used to have this dilemma, like, is it okay for me to ask for this, or is this reasonable? There are women who don't care if it's reasonable. If that's what they want, that's what they're going to ask for. And I don't think that I have to worry about saying this to my audience, that I don't think I have to worry about saying, like, if you don't feel it's right for you, then it's not right. It's okay to enforce it as a boundary. Because I think that a lot of us, we push past those feelings that something's not right for us, and then it's hard for us to know how to make a boundary. So make a boundary when it feels like it's invading your space, invasive, whatever it is. Then there's where your boundary is. One of my boundaries is my son touching my boobs. If he could nurse still, he would nurse. And I know that he's a little one, and there's, it doesn't mean anything besides like nostalgia for him to touch my breast, but it makes me uncomfortable. So that's a boundary. No, you cannot do that. And he will learn and he will be fine. But so many times we don't even ask people to learn, even though it would be nothing for them to make that adjustment for you. So another element of your protecting your time is you're going to have to compromise some things. Maybe you don't work out. Well, okay, this audience, you probably do. Maybe you don't work out 5 days a week. Maybe you just work out 3. Maybe you don't clean up every day. Maybe you leave the dishes in the sink, because everything can't be done. Everything can't be done. It just can't. So it's okay. You need to recognize that you need to make a compromise and make it. Sometimes people be disappointed, but people will be okay. If you're not compromising your family's well-being, then you're going to be okay. It's okay. Maybe the kids don't get a bath. Maybe y'all don't go to the park this week. It's okay. The last little tip, which could probably be further up because it's not that important, but we need to condition ourselves to do the work that needs to be done when it comes to our ambitions, when we have the opportunity to do it. Because of the time wasting that we experience by nature of being parents, we usually don't, because we're conditioned to, okay, I'm sitting on the pot, let me use this time to scroll and, look something up, when we could use the bathroom, get out of there, and read for 7 minutes, and actually like maybe read a chapter or something, or chop up some green peppers. Like, you can do stuff, but we are conditioned to waste time, as I mentioned before. So we need to be conditioning ourselves to make better use of our time. And I think you are fully capable of doing that. I'm going to be working on that this week. My therapist gave me this book to read, and I see her in 2 days, and I've got like half the book left. So I need to be conditioning myself to reading that, instead of sitting and dreading doing stuff like starting dinner. So, well, I should probably just start dinner if I'm dreading that, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so I hope that this conversation is giving you some ideas for how to create more time for you, more time for your ambitions, because that's important. You being of the full version of yourself is going to positively impact everybody that you come in contact with, except for the haters, but we're not going to worry about them. If you have anything to add to the conversation, please put it in the comments below. Anything you do to conserve your time. And if you are an ambitious mom that wants to realize her ambitions, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with more content for women like you. Until next time.